Hi, Martha. So nice to see you. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Patri. Aloha, Swiss. And Jordan, Sarah. Just let me know if my volume is good. Let me check some of my settings and make sure I have everything right. Okay, that's good. Let's see if we can fix a little better resolution. There we go. How's that? Volume is good. Thank you, Yvette, for letting me know. Awesome. It's so cool to be seeing people on both sides. I have to tell you, I did a little bit of an upgrade this week. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Violet. I'm in New York and I'm a tech geek. So I have had a third 32-inch monitor sitting in a box for almost 3 years, which is crazy. And I recently bought a little side table and set it up. So I now have like these three huge 32-inch monitors. My husband thinks it's like, he calls it command center. It's hysterical. But being a tech geek and using OBS and Insight Timer and a bunch of other windows, this is amazing. My voice and lips are not matching. Unfortunately, that has been an Insight Timer problem on and off. And we have no way of fixing that. I'm sorry. I'll hide my lips so it doesn't throw you off because I know that's hard. It's like when I occasionally am looking for something to watch on TV. And for whatever reason, Netflix lately has like 90% of their movies are dubbed. So I'm trying to watch them, but it's really hard because the lips are doing one thing, the sound is another, and I can't do the dub stuff. Linda, good morning. That's fine. It's fine, Linda. Jordan's from Indiana, but lives in France. That's so cool. Karina is in New Zealand. Pamela, hello, Pamela, Chicago area. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Hi, Jen. Yeah, Jordan, right? I have tried. There are so many amazing movies on Netflix lately, and I try to watch them, but they're foreign and they're dubbed, and I can't do it. Brenda says, I heard you and Violet talking about tech. Yeah. My favorite thing in the world is tech, you know. If you know me anyway, you know that. My day job is in tech. I work for a group of medical sensors and I work remotely. I've been doing that for 9 years. I love it. I work for the most amazing people. And I've loved tech, I think, since forever. And when my boys were little, I took some time off from work to be a stay home mom. And what I used to do to entertain myself, because if you have kids, you know, being home with them 24/7, sometimes you lose your mind a little. And I needed to keep my mind active, I guess. So I used to, back then, we had the big computers with the huge, monitors and all that. I used to take my computer apart and put it back together. And this is how I learned a lot about what you should never do and how to, you know, add stuff to your computers and things like that. Of course, now we have these laptops and I'm not opening up a laptop. This was the big boxy computers that we had back in the day. Jordan says, I love music. That's all I do is listen and make music with my dad sometimes. Well, that's nice. I like that. I love music too. I like hearing it. Oh, Yvette says, even the local new channel? Okay, I think I missed something, Yvette. What are you talking about, the local new channel? Oh, yes, right. Right, so many foreign movies. And again, the foreign movies, a lot of them look amazing, but I can't do the dubbing. It throws me off. It drives my husband crazy too. So I could probably deal with it a little if I'm not looking at the mouth, but he's like, I can't do it. I just can't. It makes me laugh. So, hi, friends. Today we're going to talk about one of my absolute favorite topics. Yvette says the news channel with the voice and lips not together. Yeah. Yeah. So I know I'm sorry if and actually I can see it now too. I'm wondering if there's a way I can fix it. I don't think so. Maybe if I turn the resolution down. Okay, good. All right. So long as you don't care that I'm dubbed. Swiss says, you mean the The Times modems, yes. Remember the modems? I love that. My son will constantly send me videos of old modem sounds because he loves that, that we grew up in the era when they had modems and things like that. And it brings back so many memories. I tell him I remember sitting there, getting my coffee and waiting to get connected. And that sound, that screechy sound, was like music to my ears when it finally connected. Love that. Linda says this is not going to be helpful, but I know there is a change of one of the settings that fixed it for one of the other teachers, but I don't remember what it was. All right, Linda, if it comes to you, let me know. I could try maybe turning down the resolution, but I don't know if that'll help. I'll go back to standard. I don't know if that helps at all. I don't think so. I could see it. I could see it because I'm watching it on the monitor and I can see it moving slowly. Actually, one of mine won't even show. All right, I'm going to get out of there. Sorry about the lips. But anyway, today we're talking about my favorite topic, which is manifesting. I originally had planned to take off most of June and July from Insight Timer because, as you know, it's warm in New York and we're excited, finally can get out. So I've got a lot of stuff going on, just outdoor activities and things with family. And last week I was in Maine for my birthday. And of course, I had to go to a couple of crystal shops. But before I even got to the crystal shops, everywhere I went, I kept seeing things about manifesting. And, favorite topic. I love scripting and stuff like that. So I didn't think too much of it until it happened literally like 10 or 20 times. So I ended up buying another deck, which I said I was not going to buy any more card decks because I've got like 80. But this one was on manifesting. I bought another journal, which again, I have so many journals. But again, the topic is manifesting. In fact, I'm going to show you which journal I got. So that's the journal that I picked up. It's called the 369 Manifestation Journal. And the deck, The Secret Language of Manifestation. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Thank you. Yeah, it was a great time in Maine. May in Maine is usually cold. Jordan, mine was the 28th. Oh my gosh, we're Geminis. Happy birthday to you too. So yeah, I'm in Maine and usually it's cold this time of year. The first day we got there, it was 75 degrees. The next day it was 85. So my doggy, who by the way has the same birthday as me, loved it because we were on the beach and he was in the sand and the water. I mean, it was beautiful. It was really, I don't mind when it's cold because I love Maine. It's especially this time of year. It's not too crowded. It's quiet. My husband and I, we don't do like the popular places where there's like, a million people. We like a little space and a little serenity. So we always go to Maine and we always go for my birthday. And sometimes it's cold. Linda, happy birthday. Another Gemini, May 29th. I love it. So I'm the 28th. Onyx, my pup, is the 28th. Linda's the 29th. And Jordan was the 31st. I love it. And, we've got that new moon in Gemini coming up this weekend too. We have a lot of manifesting to do and a lot to talk about. Hello, Maribel. So nice to see you, my friend. So again, this book, and I have no affiliation to this book or this deck. I'm just showing you the picture so you know what I'm working from. I ended up buying this book. I ended up buying this deck. I bought a couple other things, but we won't get into that. And I have been loving it. And I was loving it so much that I'm like, I don't have any lives scheduled, but I'm going to schedule one because I need to share this with my people. So I'm so excited that you're here and that we're sharing this. Your dog is the 30th. Well, look at that, right? There's a big Gemini theme going on here, people. New moon in Gemini, manifesting, good things are happening. I have to share another little story with you. I currently lease a Toyota RAV. Most of you know I live in the woods, top of a hill. You're not getting in out of here in the winter unless you have an SUV, and it's got to be a good one. So I have loved my Toyota RAVs. I've had them for, I want to say 16 years I've been leasing them. I work remotely, so I don't do a lot of driving, so leasing works for me. And I went in April to the guy who sold me the last one, the last lease. And I said to him, lease is almost up, looking to get another one like, exactly what I have. I have heated seats, a heated steering wheel, gotta have it because I'm not living without that in the winter. Once you try heated seats and a heated steering wheel, you will never go back. So 1 year I got it and that was it. I was like, oh, I have to have it. That's my must have. So he tells me that there's this thing with Toyota. They only allocate them a certain number every 2 weeks. He'll look and see if he's got one. If he doesn't, I've got to wait. No problem. I can wait. Lease is almost up. I get an extension for 3 months. Now it's been 2 months. I gave him a deposit. He never contacts me. I have to email him and be like, hey, where are we in the process? Oh, yeah, we don't have anything yet. And I was like, all right, like, is he doing anything for me? But, whatever. I kept it cool for the most part, but I was starting to get a little annoyed last week. And my husband and I, when we came back from Maine, I was like, what am I doing? I've got to, I'm the one who's always saying script when you need something, when you want something, you make it work. I'm going to script my car. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be the right color. It's going to have everything that I want. So I reach out to my guy again because he hasn't emailed me, he hasn't called me, he hasn't done anything. And he's like, oh no, but I'm sure I can find you something by November. And I was like, November? I'm like, my lease is up in August. He says, oh, well, you should have gotten a 6-month extension. Let's call them up and extend it. So now my wheels are turning. Now I'm starting to get annoyed. I'm like, oh, he thought I got a 6-month extension. So let's put her on the bottom of the list. Now I'm losing my cool. And if we're on Insight Timer, we do our little exercises. We try to keep our cool, but we're human. We lose it too. So I said to him, you know what? If in 2 weeks you have nothing for me, I'm going to start looking elsewhere. He says, oh, I hope you understand my frustration, blah, 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 whatever. So I didn't wait 2 weeks. I happened to be looking at a different dealership at a different car and saw a color that looked purple. And stop right there. We know my favorite color is purple. So, of course, I said to my husband, what is the name of the color of this car? And he, walked over and looked at it. It was midnight lake blue, but in the sun, it shines like this plum purple. And I'm like, I want that color. It's not a Toyota, it's an SUV. So I'm talking to my son it's a Kia. I'm talking to my son who happens to have a Kia and he loves it. He's been telling me for the longest time, you should look into them. They're cheaper than Toyota. You get more options. There's a lot of tech, which he knows I love tech. He loves tech too. I'm like, you know what? Let me look into it. I emailed somebody at that dealership. I told him what I wanted, what I was looking for. Half an hour later, I want to say, this guy emailed me back, told me he had exactly what I wanted. It was fully loaded, the right color. He actually found it for me. He went to one of the other dealers and traded, they swap inventory with each other. The color, completely fully loaded. And it was like $20 more than my current lease per month. So I was like, sold. I'm in. I'll take it. And then I thought about it and I was like, didn't I just write this in my scripting that this was going to happen? I wasn't thinking to move to a different dealer. But sometimes the universe knows what's best for us, right? So I thought about it. I'm no longer mad at my other sales guy because I was like, he did me a favor. He kept me waiting. It pushed me to look elsewhere. And in 30 minutes, what was meant for me appeared, right? And that's what I love about manifesting. It's not something magical. It's not woo-woo. It may be a little, but I really believe that I have my little scripting slide. Let me put that back up. I really believe that when you focus, right? Yes, Brenda, manifest. Hey, Kate, so nice to see you. When you focus on what you want, write it down, say it to the universe, do whatever works for you. But this has been something that has been happening to me probably my whole life, and I didn't realize it until a few years ago because I've always been journaling. I've been journaling since I was 8, 9 years old. And as I got older, started making these lists you know, I think it was more for to encourage myself, lists of my goals, the things I wanted to do, and then I would go back and I would see that these things are really happening. I'd look back 5 years and I'd be like, wow, I forgot I had written this down and this happened and I got that job the way I wanted it and the coworkers that I wanted it. Bye, Jordan. Thanks for joining. We'll catch you next time. And don't worry, this is being recorded. Check the link in my profile and you will find where it is. It's, it's on that tube place. I'm dual streaming right now, so it's being recorded over there. And as soon as I'm done here, the replay will be available. Thanks for stopping in. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with all of you. I wanted to share with you, first of all, when I set up this live, the thing with the car hadn't even happened. I was just thinking I wanted to share manifesting with you. And along comes this perfect example for me to share, which coincidence. And also I noticed as I started the live that 108 people had signed up, and you all know that's my number. So these are all, as far as I'm concerned, the books showing up, the decks, these were all signs from the universe. And it was telling me loud and clear, it's time to get back on Insight Timer, take a little break from that vacation and share. And I reached out to my friend Matt, who I see his bubble down there, Matt Moore Zizix, who a lot of you know, amazing musician, great friend here on Insight Timer. You know, one of the hugest blessings that I've gotten from my time on Insight Timer, besides being an introvert and coming out of my shell, has been the amazing teachers that I get to work with and the friends that I've made along the way. Oh, and I almost forgot to share as I'm drinking my coffee from my favorite mug, Omega Healing Matrix. Those of you who know Matt, you know that's his thing. Excuse me while I take a sip. My coffee's getting cold. I reached out to Matt and I said, Matt, his song, Manifest Your Destiny, I heard it during one of his lives. It has literally been playing in my head for months. I cannot get that song out of my head. I love it, and you're going to see why. So I was like, Matt, please, if you have a recording, share it. He didn't have a recording of it, but Matt is amazing. He made one for me, and I am going to share it with you right now. This song just makes me happy. I just can't stop singing it.
Thank you for being here. And you know that I hope that all of your dreams come true. But keep manifesting, because we're going to be big. We're going to do it all, y'all. You are great. You're a shining star, as I always tell you every single time we show up. You're a shining star. And don't ever stop manifesting. The head. I dream in color, seeing red. Another move to make or another wall to break, but still I see the road ahead. Manifest your destiny is all I am. The world is in your pocket if you only knew. And we can all move mountains if we choose, yeah. But it's all I am. They tell me be all I can be. All I can be is only me. And all that you can do is just be all of you. But the world is yours if you believe. Those seeds you planted through the pain, they soon will bloom in golden rain. And then the world will see how truly great you'll be. Reach out and grab your dreams today. Manifest your destiny is all I am. The world is in your pocket if you only knew. And we can all move mountains if we choose to. But it's all I am. Manifest your destiny is all I am. The world is in your pocket if you only knew. And we can all move mountains if we choose to. But it's all I am. The world is yours if you believe. And all the blessings you'll receive. I hope you understand that the future's in your hands and the world is yours if you believe. The world is yours if you believe. And all the blessings you'll receive. I hope you understand that the future's in your hands and the world is yours if you believe. Manifest your destiny is all I am. The world is in your pocket if you only knew. And we can all move mountains if we choose to do. But it's all I am. Manifest your destiny is all I am. The world is in your pocket if you only knew. And we can all move mountains if we choose to. But it's all I am. Manifest.
I think I did something because, oops, little lag. I definitely have a little lag on Insight Timer. I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully you heard that well and you can hear me okay now. I had my volume up just so that I could listen to that. But yeah, Matt does have an awesome voice and he is truly gifted. Manifest your destiny, right, Matt? Is that the name of the song? I hope it's that's what I've been calling it because that's like the main line that keeps hanging out in my brain, manifest your destiny. But yes, I absolutely love that song. And Matt, thank you so much. He literally sent it to me a couple of days ago, the recording. He's so good to me. Every time I ask him for one of his songs, he sends them over. And, like the rest of us, he's very busy, and I so appreciate that. Here he says, "Thanks, Violet. It was wonderful to hear this beautiful song." Oh, you're listening in the car. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I can listen to that song all day. I'm so happy now that I have it because, besides singing it in my head, now I listen to it all the time. Is it called It's All on You? Okay. I don't want to rename it for you, Matt. I don't know the name of it. But yeah, I love, 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 love this song. And, as I said, I'm a huge fan of manifesting. And I did pull a card for us right before I went live. Let me share that card. I have a lot of buttons over here. Oh, manifest your destiny. It's all on you. Okay, good, good. Which is the name of my live today. Manifest your destiny. It's all on you. I love it. All right, let's see. Where is the card that I pulled? You have to excuse me for a minute because over here with OBS, there are so many. I have so many presets. I have to find a way to clean this up. I was looking at it a second ago now. Oh, wait, here it is. Okay, here's the card. I forgot it's my camera. All right. So that's from my new deck, the one I was talking about, the secret language of manifestation. And I want you all to notice the symbol here that Matt always has on his stuff. And when I saw this deck in the store, besides the fact that it was about manifesting, I was like, come on, this deck is begging me to bring it home. So the card I pulled today, duality, contrast of desire. When both sides are explored and appreciated, you move into the center. Accept the friction of duality needed for desires to manifest. How would you know joy if not for sadness? I had to think about this card because I'm like, is that a good card or a bad card? But it goes on. Today's a day to see all things as they are without opinion or resistance. There is no need to choose one over another. This is easier said than done, as we've been taught to label, categorize, and everything to feel secure. Drop your subjective bias and see things as a whole, then move back into your heart center and create from a balanced perspective. Choices are clear and decisions easily made when our internal and external realities are integrated. This leads to feelings of certainty as there is no resistance to your fulfillment. From this integrated space, when you can scan the possibilities in the manifested world, you will feel sure of your desires and not feel overwhelmed. You become grateful for your decisions now and all the ones you make in the future. You begin to effortlessly flow with life. So interestingly enough, again, synchronicity, I was listening to a podcast yesterday and they were talking about duality, which is the card I pulled. And one of the things that they were pointing out, and those of you who know who Abraham Hicks is this is something that she talks about a lot, is that you wouldn't know joy if it wasn't for the bad times. And I thought, that's so true. So that's what this card is talking about. And one of the reasons I love that card is because part of my practice is always to show gratitude for everything that I have, all the amazing things in my life. I have to share another little story. I'll keep it short. I live in the woods and I'm always walking outside and I talk to the trees and I thank them, for their beauty, for their shade. And I thank them for not falling on the house because there's a lot of them and they're tall and they're heavy. And, we have storms and wind and all kinds of issues. Power gets knocked out a lot. Thankfully, a tree has never fallen on the house. So I go outside and I thank them for this. So last Saturday, I'm standing outside talking to my husband and Onyx is walking around. And I heard what sounded like something falling, maybe rocks falling. And my husband's like, oh, those are acorns. And I said, yeah, acorns don't normally fall this time of year, but it's possible. And then I thought maybe there's a squirrel out there tossing acorns, right? But then it started getting louder. And I said, that's a really angry squirrel. And those are really huge acorns. So something's up. So I turned in the direction of the sound and I see this tree about to come down. I have never been in front of a tree that was about to fall. So I looked at the tree. I looked at Tim and Onyx, who were standing right in the line of it, and I screamed for them. I called Onyx to me, which thank goodness he does come to me. And I screamed for them to get out of the way. The tree fell. It was about to land on my husband's mini, oh, what the heck is the thing called? Excavator. It's like a mini, he's got this mini excavator out there. He's moving rocks around and he's building paths and stuff. So the tree was going right for that. And, my husband moved out of the way. Onyx came to me. The tree next to it caught the tree that was falling. And I said to myself right then and there, I was like, that was divine intervention. I have to show you the picture of this tree because the space that the other tree caught it in was so narrow. And I said to my husband, what are the odds that that tree would have landed in that narrow space? I said, that was not, it was divine intervention. Let me show you this tree. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Let me move my card out of the way. There's my tree. Wait, I have to move this out of the way and get that out of the way. All right, so there's the tree. Oh, okay, that's the wrong picture. There's the tree that fell. I meant to show you a picture of where it landed, and you can't see that from here. But it was literally a little narrow, like 2 branches of another tree that was so narrow that I couldn't believe that tree landed in the middle of that and not in the driveway where it was headed. You're so welcome, Matt. I love sharing your music. I just saw your message. My messages are lagged. Let me look down here. Yvette said joy and pain, sunshine and rain. I'm looking at my phone because I realize I'm missing messages on my teacher's profile screen. So yes, so I totally, duality, contrast, divine intervention, the whole thing. I'm like these synchronicities that have been happening have been incredible. And I, like I said, I feel gratitude is a huge part of everything that I do in my life. I'm always experiencing amazing things. And, we all go through hard stuff. I could sit here right now and go through a laundry list of things that have gone wrong or things that bother me or, family members who are ill. We all carry a lot of heavy stuff. But I feel like if you take some time to focus on the stuff that you're grateful for and show appreciation for that, more good things are coming your way. And not only that, but I think just for your heart, it's just a great thing. It's a great feeling to think about what you're grateful for and not what you're sad about. And like I said, we all have a lot of heavy stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I could be sad about. I try to focus on what I have to be grateful for. And I think that is part of why, in my opinion, I'm leading an amazing life. And I'm grateful for that every single day. So that is what I wanted to share with you. And I was going to give you a journaling prompt, but I know I tend to talk a lot. Theory says, you go, okay, you'll try to join later. Okay, no problem. Oh, you're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. And like I said, I just wanted to take this little break from my time off. Bye, Yvette. It was great to see you. I just wanted to take this little break from my time off and come here and share that with you. You all know how much I love scripting. Let me put my scripting slide back there. There we go. So my recommendation to everybody is whether you journal or not, whether there's something that you want to manifest, you've got hopes and dreams, we all do, write them down, speak them out loud to the universe, go out and talk to the trees like I do. You don't have a tree? Talk to your pets. I talk to mine all the time. But I've got my little bullet points there on what I follow when I script. be clear, know your why, feel it. Like feeling it for me is a huge part of that. As I was mentioning earlier, I was looking for a particular car, and I always like just imagine what it feels like to drive it, how exciting it is, that new car smell. Just be as detailed as you can when you're focusing on these things. And appreciation, gratitude, like I just said, huge, huge, huge for me. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Does anybody have anything they want to add in the chat? I'm keeping this live short because I'm picking up that new car tomorrow and I got to go outside and I've got to clean out my current one because they're taking it in on a trade, and they talk about manifesting. They gave me a great deal on that as well. And I had written all this in my journal and it happened. And I'm going to keep encouraging everybody to do these things. Whether you believe it or not, try it. Just do it. Write in your journal, talk to the universe, manifest. And I should play that song again, but I'm gonna be playing it later to myself. I'm gonna show one other video. Let me make sure I find it. Brenda will be holding great vibes. Thank you. All right, I'm trying to figure out which song I want to close out with. I've got so many of Matt's videos here and I love them all. Hard to pick just one. Let me go with, you know what? Talking about vibes. All right, good vibes. We're going to go with Peace Freak Anthem. I'm glad that you said that about the good vibes. Just give me 1 second. I got to turn off this. I got to get these OBS buttons together. All right, here we go.
I'm a freak, I'm a vibe, I'm flying high. You're a freak, you're a vibe, let us all fly high. I'm a freak, I'm a vibe, I'm flying high. You're a freak. us all fly high. I'm a freak, I'm a vibe, I'm flying high. You're a freak, you're a vibe, let us all fly high.
So there you have it, my friends. Keep those vibes flying high. I am going to say goodbye. If anybody has anything they want to ask or say, put it in the chat. For some reason, my chat is a little lagged, but I do see it on the phone. Not sure what's going on with this lag and the lips and the voice not matching up today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of my little vacation break, and keep manifesting. Manifest your destiny. It's all on you. Thank you again for joining. I'm going to give it just another minute or two, just in case I missed anything in the chat in this little lag that I have. And again, I hope the sound was good. I know I was hearing a little crackling on my end, but I think that was the lag that I was getting on my own. All right, friends, I will talk to you soon. I think when is my next live? Let me see if I can pull up that card. Oh, my next live is not until July 26th, which is spotlighting new voices on Insight Timer. I'll be introducing you to some new teachers. I love doing that. And I am going to be live, the end of this month with Dakota. You can find that under her profile, Dakota Cloudwalker. All right, friends. Saying goodbye. Thanks again for joining me, and keep manifesting.